I was told that my top executives had all been killed. That they had gone through and basically gunned them down the streets. They had taken over air bases or something. Um, my top level of command in Europe had basically been gutted, killed. Um, they missed the old people at first, though. Because, like I said, I had a retirement kind of thing where you serve me for a little while and then you retire and stuff. I had been very, very nice. Where, like I said, they just went to all the companies and basically killed all the executives of all the businesses, cut the head off the snake, not realizing that every 4 years or every 5 years or so, people would retire and the executives were being exchanged, and certain people would go to retirement. So, and younger people were being trained as well. So, like I said, I had like 20 chains of command. Anyway, they had gone through and they had cut off the top. Just gone. The people directly underneath my control were gone. But I was not forgotten. As one, they said, they said, but you are not forgotten. Because I still had the very old people. And I had like four sets of old people or four sets of other people that had just retired out of my military services. Like I said, I was always retiring people. It's like, all right, you've served your time. Go off. Go do whatever. It's always really cool. I always like, and food benefits or whatever, and people. It's just kind of like nowadays and the police force. They serve and protect, or the military. They serve and protect, and then they retire with benefits after 8 years, and then they're still out there in the world, but they're not dead. So anyway, so someone had gone through and just said, okay, that's the top of what's called, and just killed them all, or something like that. I was told that the top people had been killed, and even the secondary people had been killed. Their assistants or directly beneath them, like two groups had basically they killed the top, and then the next level had said something whatever, so they killed them too or something like that, and then they had just started bombing or destroying. Like I said, scattered reports of what happened when things were starting to come back together or something. I was just like, what happened, and I was already had accepted my fate that they had just basically ended civilization and I was dead and as a leader, and that was it. They had bided their time and they had swooped in and bombed every strategic target of mine and killed every leader of mine possible. So I was done. I was dead. And now all they had to do was basically put a bullet in my head or kill me, and that was it. It was over. Or just destroy me, whatever I was. Anyway, where was I going with this? Anyway, so I was told that basically that's what had happened, and they had just basically taken over, or some group. I was like, I don't know who this is. I don't know why they are. Anyway, and then they had started bombing and doing all kinds of stuff. So, but like I say, I mean, I was lucky because I had worked with France and Germany and even Russia and lots of other countries. So apparently I still had some form of command still left. Very little. Like I said, it was just old. It was just old people and some other people that still had any remembrance of me or any whatever. And there were some other people. So anyway, but they had basically taken over all the companies. They had taken over all the governments. As far as I knew, I was no longer a leader anymore. And I was soon to be dead. And that was that. Bombers had possibly come from Russia and the Republic of George Washington and some other place, and had bombed Berlin and quite a few other places into rubble. Like I said, the actual damage was way more extensive than just Berlin. Like it was basically a total cleaning of Europe and gutting. Like I said, there was fighting for a minute. There was fighting in the streets everywhere. Like I said, I estimated at least half the population was dead. I was like, I don't understand how anyone could have survived this. Um, but they said that they had, and that they were going to go stay with family, and that they would they would possibly even return for me or whatever. Actually, they said, come with us. And I said, they'll just hunt you down. Anyway, like I said, I didn't want to go with my people because I was like, they'll hunt you down. They'll chase me and hunt me down wherever I am now. This is a clear and direct attack at me. They destroyed the city for a reason. They're killing people for a reason. They're besieging Europe for a reason. I didn't know if it was Hitler or Nazis or who, but I mean, it was pretty obvious. It was pretty obvious that someone intended to remove me. And anyone who, anyway, they were just destroying civilization. So, anyway though, but like I said, my people were laughing and joking about it. And even, like, they were trying to cheer me up. I was almost like, stop trying to cheer me up. This is not a good situation. And and the French were, and the British were in high spirits as well. Like I said, Britain was in high spirits for some strange reason. France was in high spirits for some strange reason. And even a few German, there were even a few German regiments and a few factories. They were like, we're still gonna go to work. We're gonna rebuild. And I couldn't understand it. I was like, rebuild what? There's nothing left. There's nothing but fire and ruin and dead bodies everywhere. So, anyway, yeah. What did I start off with? Yeah, anyway, so, yeah, anyway, it was an experience. And after that, I was incredibly powerful and and leading my people, and everything was fine, just like that. Everything was, I guess, like it was almost as if, like I say, it was almost as if all the civil wars and everything else, like my people had just gotten so used to war for a minute that they almost expected it. So, anyway, it was just like another challenge. They're like, we will overcome this. So, anyway. Yeah. So anyway, like I say, I bounced around a little bit, and then I ended up being in America and leading America for a minute and doing my inventing and stuff. And it was almost like an alternate timeline, really. The Republic of George Washington or something. Or Kennedy, I don't really know. Like Kennedy or someone was doing a hostile world takeover. So, anyway, yeah. And my companies were worthless and such and such and such. So, anyway, I forget where I began this with. Anyway, though, but yeah. So that was my Berlin experience, and I remember my people going off in long, long, long lines. They would just, as far as the eye could see, it seems almost like just like long lines going out of the city, away from the bombing. Like a refugee camp almost, or like a third world country is now. So, but they loved me, and like I say, I felt this fierce love and loyalty, and just like I say, the most intoxicating experience you could ever feel. Like I don't know if anyone can understand or just understand like being a part of people. Like I say, it's like adrenaline, ecstasy, and methamphetamine all mixed together. Like it's like being stuck to someone. I can't even really explain it. It felt really amazing and really good, and just I felt nothing but love and togetherness for my people. So anyway, after that, the bond with the earth and my people on the earth was inseparable. I would never, ever, ever again want to leave them. So.